Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss an upload. Today we will take a look inside the $335 billion secret life of Qatar's richest king. The sovereign of the Arab state of Qatar has been hiding his face behind a black mask in public appearances for some time now. And people have speculated that it is because of his ugly face, or maybe he has a rare disease. But turns out there is a simple explanation. He's only trying to protect his identity. The king is worth $335 billion. Yes, you heard me right. $335 billion. And that's why he can afford to keep almost all of his 2,200 horses happy with their own stables instead of selling them off like other Arab leaders when they run out of cash. Tamim bin Hamad al-Thani, the Amir of Qatar, is one of the richest men in the world. He leads both the government and the royal family of Qatar, which is known as the House of Thani. The country is located in Western Asia, and it shares borders with Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. This small nation also has the world's largest natural gas reserves and a lot of oil, which made the country very rich in a very short amount of time, and the king owns most of the wealth. So let's take a look at how the king spends his money. Number 10, real estate. When he's not busy ruling over his country, he likes to invest his money into real estate all around the world. In London alone, he owns properties worth $1 billion. There are 400 flats, mansions, and houses owned by the king. And last year, he bought a $60 million waterfront mansion in the U.S. from singer Beyoncé and her husband. Jay-Z has reported that the king purchased the mansion as a gift for his son. If that's true, then what do you think he got for his daughter? Well, he gave her a $27 million palace in France. And just so you get an idea of how much space the king likes his house to have, this French palace he bought for his daughter has 4 living rooms, 8 bedrooms, and covers an area of 17,000 square feet. That's bigger than even the White House, which has 132 rooms and covers an area of 18,000 square feet. The French palace also has a grotto and fountains built in the park in front of the palace. No 9. Cars, most of us would be happy with a nice sports car, but not the king. He wants all types of cars. You name it, he has it. His collection is valued at $600 million and includes everything from Ferrari, Lamborghini, and Rolls-Royce to Mercedes, Bentleys, and Maseratis. But the king doesn't just buy cars, he races them too. He loves speed and has set several world records. The king once broke the world record for the fastest production car when he sped Bugatti Veyron across the track in 2 minutes and 23 seconds. He currently has 2 supersonic speed demons in his garage, the Bugatti Veyron and the Bugatti Chiron, which cost him $170 million. And these cars aren't for regular use. They can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 3 seconds. Number 8. Weapons. What kind of protection does a man who has a lot of money need? Well, not the king. He's more than willing to spend some of his vast fortune on weaponry. He has a private arsenal where he keeps everything from tanks to fighter jets and attack choppers. He also has a navy full of speedboats and gunboats. Why does he need a navy when he's a landlocked country? Well, he's prepared for anything. One thing we know for sure about the king is that he is unafraid to flex his muscles. When the UAE, Bahrain, and Saudi Arabia blockaded the country in 2017, the Qatari king had more than enough weapons to defend himself against any possible attacks. So don't mess with the king. No. 7. Art. Apart from enjoying fast cars and weapons, the king is also an art enthusiast. He has spent millions buying classic artworks. A few years back, he paid $75 million for Paul Cézanne's Painting the Card Players. Just for context, that's 4 times more than the Mona Lisa was sold for. At the time, this was the most expensive artwork ever purchased. In 2015, the king added a few more paintings to his collection, including William de Kooning's painting Interchange, which he bought for $300 million. To display his precious art pieces, the king had to build a massive gallery in Doha, Qatar, which was designed by architect I.M. Pei, the same architect who designed the Louvre Museum in Paris. No. 6. Charity. Now I know what you must be thinking. A man who loves to spend money on weapons and luxury cars doesn't sound like someone who would donate money to charity. But you'd be wrong. In fact, the king is quite generous when it comes to giving money away. In 2015, he donated $100 million to Harvard University to establish the Qatar Red Crescent, which focuses on humanitarian aid and disaster relief. The king also gave $25 million to UNESCO to support the organization's projects. But his biggest donation was during the COVID-19 pandemic when he pledged $1 billion to help countries affected by the virus. That's how you make a difference. No, 5 sports teams. The king likes to put his money where his passion is, and his passion is sports. He's the owner of Spain's top football club, FC Barcelona, and bought a majority stake in it in 2008 for $257 million. Since then, the club has won 13 major trophies, including 7 league titles and 4 Champions League crowns. The king also owns a horse racing course in France and England. Every year he organizes a horse race called the Qatar Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe, which offers a prize money of €5 million. Horse racing is taken very seriously in Qatar, and if you want to work there as a jockey, you will have to be a millionaire. Horses from all over the world participate in races in Qatar, and it's considered one of the most important events in the horse racing calendar. The king even launched a horse racing academy in 2021 to train jockeys and provide them with opportunities to ride in international races. 4. Falconry. Falconry is a sport in which a trained bird of prey is used for hunting or for sport, and it's an expensive hobby. The birds require expensive food and special care, and the king takes his hobby very seriously. That's why he has a whole team of falconers to look after his prized falcons, which cost him hundreds of thousands of dollars. He even hosts an annual falconry competition in which contestants come from all over the world and compete. For $100,000 in prize money, the king participates in the contest too, and his skill has earned him the nickname Falcon King. 3. Military spending. The king spends $21 billion a year on his military. Qatar has a well-equipped military despite being a small country. A lot of its military expenditure goes towards buying fighter jets. In 2015, they bought 36 Eurofighter Typhoon fighter jets from the UK for $6 billion. The deal also included 24 advanced Hawk trainer jets. Qatar also has American F-15 fighter jets, which cost $4.5 billion. Not only does the king have modern fighter jets, but he also has a navy consisting of 28 corvette ships and 35 fast attack missile boats. All of this is to protect the country from any possible threats. 2. Royal family. The king makes sure to take good care of his family, and he has a big family. He has 8 sons and 2 daughters, and since he has so many children, he's made sure to spoil them rotten. All of his children attend elite schools in Britain and the US, and he has lavished them with expensive gifts. The king gifted his son Mohammed a $500 million yacht for his wedding. The wedding took place in Italy and was attended by thousands of guests. The king spared no expense to make it the event of the year. The royal family also has a private jet that costs $350 million. So when the king feels like traveling, he just hops on a plane with his family and travels in style. 1. Investments. While the king is happy to spend money on things that he enjoys, such as horses and cars, he also invests his money in various sectors. He has stakes in some of the biggest companies in the world. For example, he owns 15% of Credit Suisse, the Swiss banking giant. He also has stakes in Porsche, Volkswagen, and Barclays Bank. His investment firm, Qatar Holdings, has investments in more than 70 companies around the world. Some of his other notable investments include a 20 stake in Harrods and a 9.3 stake in the British bank. HSBC, the king's investment firm, has offices in London and manages around $320 billion. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss another upload.